Hello everyone, Sigma7 here, and back for another Blu-ray update haul. Hard to believe it's another end of the month. It's been a crazy past month, let's just say, between what's going on in the world and my own personal life and just stuff in general. But I figure, it's the beginning of the new month. I figured it'd be a good day to do a what I've picked up throughout this past month. So, let's just go ahead and get started. First up is a Steven Spielberg movie I didn't have, and this is regarded as one of his more underrated films, and that is Minority Report. I've heard nothing but great things about this. Apparently this was released the same year as Catch Me If You Can, which was a really good movie. But I haven't seen this one. I hear it's really good, and I even picked up the hard-picked-up lenticular slip, so yeah. Next is a documentary film called The Eagle Huntress. This is apparently really good. I got it because it was on sale for like $6. And apparently this is from Kazakhstan, so that should be interesting. Next is a musical that I've heard some pretty good things about, and that is Across the Universe. Haven't seen this. A friend of mine apparently likes this movie, so we'll see. Next is a comedy that I've always wanted to check out. I've heard nothing but great things, mostly from Nathan Jones, and that is In Bruges. Haven't seen this yet. I've heard a lot of great things. This is apparently right up there as one of the best comedies there is, even though it's more of a comedy drama. But yeah. Next is a Blu-ray that I had the DVD for because the Blu-ray was out of print, but then they put it back into print, although this is a different Blu-ray, and that is Apocalypto. This was a really good movie. I'd say this is my second favorite Mel Gibson film as far as directing, after Braveheart. So, yes, I do like this more than Hacksaw Ridge, so, yeah, take that for what you will. Next is a film that I've been always wanting to check out. I still haven't yet, but I've heard about this film thanks to Your Movie Sucks, and that is Embrace of the Serpent. So, yeah, this is the second film by Oscilloscope that I own after Dear Zachary, which I really liked, so can't wait to see this. It looks really interesting. Next is this one I recently got yesterday, and that is Candyman, the original from 1992. I picked this up because I haven't seen the original, and I wanted to see this before seeing the new one that just came out, because I hear the new one's apparently really good, so yeah. Next is a horror film that I love to watch every year for Halloween, and that is Trick or Treat. This is a very fun Halloween movie, as it does take place on Halloween nights, so unfortunately, despite this being brand new, the Blu-ray case was broken. I don't know, due to poor shipping, I guess. It was brand new. I don't know. I guess I could always, I guess I could just buy an empty Blu-ray case and put the disc in the sleeve in there. Yeah. Next is Don't Breathe. Heard this is good. I hear the sequel is a disappointment or a letdown, or people say it was unnecessary, like there was no point to give this movie a sequel, so I'll definitely check that out. Next is one of the most polarizing films in recent years, and that is Midsommar, or Midsommar, how do you pronounce it. I really liked this director's other film, Hereditary. This one, for what I remember, I only saw the theatrical cut, and I thought it was decent, although I will agree it was pretty slow, but I'll definitely have to give this one another watch. This one I picked up at a flea market of all places, and that is a Hijacking. This is a Danish film from 2012. Based on the plot, I guess it's the same plot as Captain Phillips, or at least it's based on the same historic event. This was released just a year before Captain Phillips. So, be interesting to check that out. Next is Mother by Bong Joon-ho. Heard a lot of great things about this. I've definitely can't wait to watch that. I kind of want to do a Bong Joon-ho marathon since I've only seen 2 movies by that director, The Host and Snowpiercer. So, yeah. Next is Raging Bull by Martin Scorsese. I believe this is considered to be his most personal film, if I remember correctly, but yeah. And then I have Titanic. Why did it take me so long to pick up Titanic? I don't know. This was just at Walmart for a pretty decent price, and I thought, you know what, I might as well get it, because it is considered a classic. I've seen it once, or actually, I've seen the second half. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing through, but some say it's overrated, some say it's, it's kind of a hit and miss type movie, so we'll see. Next are a few animated films I picked up. First is the Simpsons movie. What can I say? I love the Simpsons, and I've only seen parts of the movie, believe it or not. I don't know if I saw the whole thing, so yeah. Next is Moana, in my verge to collect the Disney classics, or at least the Disney Animation Studio films. I'll be perfectly honest, I think this movie is kind of overhyped, like, it's kind of overrated, but it's still good. It's animated beautifully, some of the songs are great, and the characters are fine. But I don't think it's as amazing as everyone hypes it up to be. Next, here's a classic that I've been trying to hunt down for a while, and that is The Many Avengers of Winnie the Pooh. What can I say? I love Pooh, alright? I've always loved Winnie the Pooh. It's just childhood innocence and childhood icon, and this movie, it still holds up pretty well from what I remember. I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, so definitely can't wait to revisit that. Next are two different TV shows I picked up. First up, we got Doom Patrol Season 2. I already had Season 1. I've only seen the first couple episodes of the show, and I definitely can't wait to catch up on it. I think the third season is currently playing, so... But for what I've seen, I'm really enjoying the series. As someone who's not the biggest superhero fan, I have to admit Doom Patrol is definitely becoming one of my favorite superhero series, as far as live-action series. And the other TV show I picked up, this was just on sale, and I've always wanted to check the show out. It's an HBO series, and that is Deadwood. Yeah, I just heard a lot of great things about the show. This is the whole series. I still need to pick up the movie, because the movie is like a sequel to this, and the movie's supposed to be really good, too, so... Yeah. And now on to... Well, okay, before we go through the criterions, which I picked up a lot, I finally picked up my very first Arrow Blu-ray. I've never picked up an Arrow film yet, but I'm happy to say I finally got an Arrow, and what better way to go than Cinema Paradiso. I've always wanted to check this film out. I've seen parts of it on TV one day, but I hear this movie's supposed to be amazing, so... And I also got the one with the out-of-print slipcover, too, for sale, so... Yeah. Can't wait to check this film out. So yeah. Now onto the criterions, which I did get quite a few because despite the Barnes & Noble sale is over at the end of July, Amazon was still having a lot of sales, so yeah. So, let me see if I can get them all here. First up is The Human Condition. I had the DVD set, but I figured I'd replace it with the Blu-ray. Even though the DVD wasn't a nice box set, the Blu-ray set is smaller and it takes up less space on my shelf, which you see right behind me is where I keep my criterions. But yeah, really amazing trilogy. If you haven't seen these movies, I highly recommend it. Yes, it is long. This whole trilogy is almost as long as the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so yeah. Next up are the last two Wes Anderson films I needed to get. That is The Royal Tenenbaums and Moonrise Kingdom. Haven't seen either, can't wait to. I'm hoping to do a Wes Anderson marathon that's leading up to The French Dispatch, now that I have all his movies. Next is Picnic at Hanging Rock. Heard a lot of great things about this film. This was directed by Peter Weir, I think is how you say his name. In case you don't know, he's the same director of The Truman Show, Dead Poet Society, and Master Commander: The Far Side of the World. And this is one of his earlier films he did. So, yeah. Next, another Bong Joon-ho film, Memories of Murder, finally on Blu-ray for the first time. This was apparently considered to be his best film until Parasite came out, so, but we'll see when I check them both out. Next is Kes, directed by Ken Loach. I don't think I've seen any movies by this director, and I don't know, the plot to this just really piqued my interest, so can't wait to see that. Next is Safety Last from 1923. I got this on sale because usually this particular criterion, for some reason, is usually pretty expensive. But it was on sale, so I went ahead and picked it up. I always wanted to check out Harold Lloyd. I've always been more familiar with Charlie Chaplin or Buster Keaton, but Harold Lloyd is said to be a really good comedian of the time. Speaking of Charlie Chaplin, The Gold Rush. Have not seen this. I've always wanted to check it out. I've only seen The Kid and The Great Dictator. As far as his movies go, I've seen a number of his shorts, but yeah. But as far as his feature-length films, I think those are the only two I've seen. Next is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Terry Gilliam. I saw parts of this film one time, but yeah, I definitely can't wait to check it out. I hear this movie is, some people say this, people who have taken drugs will understand this film better than people who don't, but we'll see. Next are two Akira Kurosawa movies, the first being Ikiru, and the other being High and Low. Again, they were both on sale. I've always wanted to check them out. The only Kurosawa films I've seen so far are Seven Samurai, Ran, Throne of Blood, and Kagemusha. These two I haven't seen yet, but I can't wait to. And finally, this one I got up yesterday, The Silence of the Lambs. Like, do I need to say anything? It's Silence of the Lambs. It's a horror classic. It was, I believe, the first horror movie to win the award for Best Picture, I think. But, yeah. Glad that I finally got a hold of this, so, yeah. And, oh yeah, one other thing, and this I saved for last. You know, notice how I had Midsommar earlier. That was the theatrical cut, but I also got the director's cut this month. This was on sale on eBay for, I think, $50. But, yeah, which is, might seem pricey, but given this is usually like over $100, I got it half off. But, yeah, I'm glad that I finally got hold of this. But like I said, I haven't seen the director's cut. I've only seen the theatrical cut. But I hear the director's cut, despite being like half an hour longer, apparently it is an improvement to the theatrical version, like what the director's vision was. So definitely have to spend time to watch that. And that is everything. That is everything I got through the month of August. I'm going to try to cut down next month because, well, first of all, important announcement, September 9th will be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. That's quite the milestone. Even though, technically, my first video I uploaded on my channel wasn't until November, according to my channel. So, but yeah, 10 years ago, September 9th, 10 years ago, is when I first made my channel. So, even though my video wouldn't be uploaded till a couple months later. So, I'm trying to decide what to do for my 10-year anniversary. I had an idea for a special video, but given the time right now, I don't think I'll have the time to get it out before then. So, I might be, what I originally had planned, I'd made save for my 4,000 subscribers, which I'm getting close to that too. But for my 10-year anniversary, I think what I'll do is I'll do my full-on complete Blu-ray collection video. Yes, in other words, I'll show everything, and I mean everything that's in my collection. It'll probably be a long video, considering I do have an awful lot now, so... But I think that's what I'll do for my 10-year anniversary. I know it's not much, but hey, Your Movie Sucks did it for his 10-year anniversary, so why not I? Even though I'm not as big as Your Movie Sucks. But anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.